Jordan Lawson, number 11, Dalen, Cambre. Coach, we'll have you start with the statement.
Yeah, this is the toughest day of the year. No matter what the result is on the field, you got a group of guys that you love and you care about that are moving on to other places, and this team in particular is really special. These guys went through a whole lot. Went through a coaching change and said yes and believed in me and our staff, and they've set the bar really high for what's coming for us. And the last two games are not gonna diminish what these guys accomplished this year. The challenge is going to be year after year to try to put as much chemistry together as we did this year. It's a team that loves each other, they care about each other, play really hard for each other, and I'm going to miss those guys that are walking out of here. We have a really good group coming back, some very talented players that have led already, that we're going to lean on even more next year. And we're excited about what's coming. Certainly today is, it's disappointing to go out like that, but I could not be more proud of this group and their belief in each other to get back to the conference championship, get back to the 14th game, and be in this moment. So I couldn't say enough about this team and the way I feel about them.
We'll open up with questions, and just raise your hand.
Coach, James Point with 24/7 Sports. TCU held you guys to 209 yards offensively today. What were they doing on defense that made today such a challenge for you?
Well, they've got a really good group on defense. Talked about it going into it. I think they've got a great scheme. I think they do a great job getting the extra hats to the ball. Their safeties don't miss a whole lot of tackles either. We were able to get back there a couple times, and there's not a lot of yards after contact at times. The disappointing thing I think for us is, particularly in the first half, just the miscues and the kind of just shooting ourselves in the foot a little bit. And look, we don't make excuses about what's there. You got a bunch of guys playing in a bigger role the first time and didn't handle it the way we thought they would. We hoped they would. When you play a team like this, who I really respect, I thought was a really good football team going in, playing their best ball, you can't beat yourself. And we did that entirely too much, particularly on offense. I thought defensively, once we settled in after the first couple of drives, we tackled a whole lot better. I don't know if it was knocking rust off or overexcited. I don't know what it was. But once we settled in, I thought we really did some good stuff on defense, tackled well, lined up, and got everybody where they were supposed to be. Just kind of had to settle down a little bit. Offensively, just kind of really couldn't get it going until it was way too late.
Dalen, talk about when you did throw the ball, you made some nice catches, just your role as a receiver today. And then Jordan, talk about the interception and how y'all got better defensively, like Coach was just talking about.
So really, I had to step into a role because we had guys leave the team. They shuffled the deck around, gave me an opportunity to play, and I just went out there and kind of did my thing.
I just knew it was a moment we needed to play on defense, and I got to my drop, got to my spot, and I saw the ball coming. I just made the play. And I think as far as defensively, like Coach said, once we settled down and we kind of stayed on, we had to get to where our feet were. And I think at first we were a little bit rattled, but once we settled down a little bit, I think we did a lot of good things on defense. The tackling got better, the communication got better, the alignments got better. So it's not all bad things on film. We got a little bit to look forward to going and watching on film.
Coach, a moment ago you talked about the challenge of creating chemistry on a roster. It feels like that's exceptionally difficult at the G5 level these days with the transfer portal. How much more of a challenge is it to not only build a roster, but to build chemistry for a Group of 5 school these days?
The hardest part is to have a veteran team in the Group of 5. As soon as people start playing better, there's no secret. Everyone knows what happens. These guys could sit there and probably tell you 100 stories about people that reach out to them and all this crap that goes on. And it is what it is. We don't make excuses where we are. We don't cry and complain about it. We go to work. And we focus on the ones that say yes. So 90% of our team year after year says yes, and they decide to come back, including these guys. And that's the ones I'm grateful for. It sucks for the rest of the team on a day like today. You know, truthfully it does, and it makes me kind of sick a little bit. But we're going to come out here and we're going to play and we're going to compete. And we're going to put together a really good team next year. And with the leadership we have, we're going to build chemistry because our season starts in January when we get back. And our work is done in the off season. And our chemistry is built there. If you don't like hard, this isn't the place for you. We push them hard every day. We coach them hard. I love them. And I tell them I appreciate them letting me coach you the way they do. There's no easy days where we are. And that's how you get better. And we've got the guys to go back and do it again. We've got a talented group that'll be back. We've just got to continue to work on chemistry. And we're going to hit the ground running in January. And we're going to work our tails off because we came up short. Our thing the entire year was close the gap. And we got really damn close. We got a little bit further to go. And the only way I know to do it is to work harder. And that's what we're going to do. And, you know, everyone's got to live with the same issues. We just got to find the best way to adapt and do it for us.
Any other questions?
All right. Thanks, guys.